Welcome to another episode. I am Fran Lopesha. This here next to me, this beautiful lady next to me is Kat Krasilnikov, and we are co-founders of Beach Boss Influencers, where we coach and mentor network marketers and entrepreneurs how to make more money in less time without doing the things that they hate doing. And today we want to talk about why the law of attraction may not be working for you and what you might do about it. So if you're joining us, say hi. If you're listening somewhere, we are so happy and so blessed that you've joined us. And I would, before we carry on, before we dive into this, I would love to hear from you. So I would love to hear from you if there was something that you are struggling with. If there's something that you would love us to discuss, please let us know, because there's nothing more that we want to do than to actually serve you. So if there's something that is on your heart, something that is heavy on your heart, and you would love for us to dive into it, let us know. Drop it in the chat. Send an email to support if you're listening, wherever you're listening, so that we can better serve you.
And here's the thing, there's always something on our heart. 100% always. But the thing is, most people would never ever share it with someone, publicly or with someone they don't know a lot. So this is something also like could be another topic for another time, how we never, ask for help and we try to figure everything out on our own. But anyways, I want to get back to the law of attraction. And you guys probably familiar with the law of attraction. There's been a lot of publicity around it in the past, I would say 10 years. There's even been the whole book and the movie called The Secret that explain law of attraction in in detail. So let us know if you're familiar with the law of attraction. Well, basically, what it says that anything that you want in life, right? You just imagine it like it's already happened, and you just sit in that energy of having it, feeling amazing, right? And you will get it. And it has quite a lot of stories from people who used the law of attraction and manifested their dream life. So it's kind of working, right? The law of attraction definitely works, but the problem is it doesn't work for majority of people. If it worked for everyone, we all would be, rich and happy.
We'd all be living our dream lives,
And then we'll get bored with it and we'll still be unhappy. So, anyways, so we want to talk about why the law of attraction doesn't work for majority of people and how actually make it work for you. So the first thing is with why the law of attraction doesn't work is that because we don't attract anything. It's like, what? So it means like the whole thing is is a scam? Not really. And it's not just we don't attract anything. It's a little bit, it's a misconception how the mechanism work. Instead of telling people we attract it and they just sit there and wait for it to drop from the sky, what how it actually works, we generate it. We generate everything into physical world from our own energy. And that energy has to be already within us, right? And we all have some sort of energy. We wouldn't be able to live and survive if we didn't have any energy. So, in order for us to manifest anything that we want, it all starts with your own internal battery, your own energy. And the problem is when you look around at majority of people, no one has energy. And the thing is, if you don't have energy, you'll never have money because money is energy and is attracted to energy. So if you look at wealthy people, they're very high energy. And I don't mean like this bouncy ADHD type of energy, which is also could be the thing, right? But It's not only I'm not only talking energy, physical energy that generated by our body, but also the energy generated by our mind and our soul.
And so if you think about yourself, and if you think about what you did when you woke up this morning, where was your energy? Were you immediately thinking about your day? Were you immediately thinking about the drive to work that you were going to have, the traffic, the arguments with your kids, trying to hurry them up and get them going to, get them dressed and get them having breakfast and get them in the car and, get them to school? Were you thinking about the meeting that you're going to have and already like anticipating the argument that you're going to have with your boss about whatever? Were you like, can you see how that's
Just the way
already
you
getting,
said it, friend, it's
it's
already gonna
stressed.
drain my energy.
I felt so stressed just saying
Just
that,
saying it.
because and that is how most people survive day to day to day, and then wonder why their life is still the same old shit. I'm going to say it is the same old shit every single day. And they're wondering why, they're not getting their promotion. They're wondering why maybe their marriage is on the rocks, or they're wondering why they're not meeting the right person, because that's where their energy is. And so that is what you're going to attract. If that is the energy that you're in, you're going to attract more stress. You are going to attract more of that. Whatever your energy is what God, the universe, thinks that you want, and it's going to deliver you more of that.
It
Because
matches your internal
yeah,
energetic signature, right?
yeah,
What the word is when you give it out to the world.
whatever you put out to the world, whatever you
Whatever
are,
energy, yes, you
yeah,
put out, not just, physical energy, right? I have a lot of energy. I'm
you
exercising,
vibrate,
right?
the energy that you
But
vibrate out.
yeah, your vibes, like what is
Yeah.
it? Your energetic signature, like it includes your emotions, it includes your physical body, it includes your mind and your soul. All of this creates your energetic signature, and whatever signal, it's like wi-fi, you put out there, whatever you're gonna attract. So that's simply how it works. And no matter how long you're gonna sit there and dream and imagine your red Ferrari in the garage, it's just not gonna happen.
And I want to, sorry, Kat,
Go
I
ahead.
interrupted you. I want to ask you a question, because if there is somebody that okay, somebody who is where you want to be, somebody who has that dream life, maybe they're living on the beach, maybe they're driving the red Ferrari, maybe they have quit their job, maybe they have millions of dollars in their bank account, or maybe they don't have millions of dollars in their bank account, but they just are happy and stress free, and they have the life that you would love, because money isn't everything. And we've spoken about that before. Okay. But
But money
yeah,
can take a lot of stress away.
money can take a lot of stress away. Absolutely.
So you will have more energy, right? Instead of wasting your energy stressing out and being in that survival mode, you suddenly will have a lot of energy.
Yeah. They have the life, they have, maybe they have like a huge big compound on the beach, and all their families are living all around them, and everybody's happy. And you're thinking, and I want you to imagine that there is somebody who is where you want to be. How do you feel towards them? Do you feel
Jealous.
negative? Jealous? Do you feel negative, thinking, "Oh, bloody hell, how did they get there, and what do they do different that I didn't do?" How do you feel towards them? Because if you are feeling negative towards them, if you are either externalizing or internalizing, it may be like you just feel negative. You just feel anger. You just feel like, oh, that bloody person. Like, how the hell did they get there? And what do they do different than I didn't do? And I'm doing my gratitude every day, and I'm saying my affirmations every day, and my life is still shit. Can you tell, like, my language? Can you tell my vibe? Can you
I
tell my
can feel your
my
energy.
energy is just, and I can remember being there. I can remember being there in that energy. Or are you internalizing that? Because you may be externalizing that negativity, thinking, "Oh, bloody hell, I'm jealous of them. I'm like, I hate them, or you may be internalizing that negativity, thinking, well, I'm not the same as them and I can never be like them. And, you're comparing yourself to them. But either way, there's always going to be somebody better than you. There was always going to be somebody who is where you want to be, who you can strive to be there. And you can either feel negative towards them, or you can, you know, you if you want to have that level of abundance in your life, then firstly you've got to appreciate the abundance that you already have in your life right now. You've got to change your energy, instead of comparing yourself to other people, is not looking is actually internalizing and looking at yourself and looking at your energy and looking at your internal signature and looking at your soul signature, and having a look at the abundance that you already have in your life right now. And so often we take so many things for granted. We take the fact that Kat's looking at her phone because she's just had a message. But you have a phone, you have light, you have a roof over your head, you have water in the taps. What do you call them? Faucets. Tap. You have food in your fridge, you have food on your plate, you have people who love you. You have so much. And so it's changing that it's changing your energy and truly feeling grateful for the blessings that you already have in your life right now.
Absolutely. That's probably the foundation of flipping your energy and stop wasting it on things that don't serve us, on things that drain our battery. So I want to talk more about like practical side of it. Well, how do you, because look, even I woke up today and was like, oh, I'm already tired. It was like 8 in the morning. I'm like, I already tired. So my physical body didn't get what it needs during the night, right? So it's already telling me that I need to pay attention to something. So how do we recharge our battery so that actually we can have energy to generate the wealth, the abundance, the success, that it seems like you just attracted it. But you're actually going to generate it with your own energy. So, first thing is we have to learn how to protect our energy because we do generate it, but we just waste it on the things that we shouldn't be, right? And that's how you will keep your natural energy within you. So first thing is stop worrying about things that you can't control. There's a lot of things that we worry about that we can't control: the government, the hurricanes. Tornado season is up on here where I live, and I get it. It's, it can affect us, right? But we can't constantly worry about things that we can't control. And there's so many things out there that we just give our energy to, and that drains our battery. So another thing that we worry about, opinions of others. That's a huge battery drainer, right? Oh, what would they think? Or what if I fail? Or what if I say something and it doesn't go as I planned? And it's again, it's a worry. It's an energy of worry, and it's not even real. Like it's
And what somebody else thinks about you is none of your business.
exactly. So when you're going to stop worrying about things that you can't control, you're going to keep a lot of your own energy to yourself. And you're going to feel like, oh my gosh, I actually have energy today. And another thing that drains a lot of our energy is fear, guilt, and shame. So we all have this human emotions. It's natural for us to feel those things, right? Because we might not be proud of things we've done in the past, or somebody did something to us, or we did something. And it's just we carry that guilt and shame and fear into our present moment from the past, and it determines our future. So we need to drop that baggage because no one is perfect. We all done things that we're not proud of. And there's no need to carry that energy. It's heavy. It's like a heavy baggage that we drag throughout the life. So this is another huge energy drainer, to constantly live in those emotions. And fear also. Fear is also,
It's almost a protective. It's a. I feel like it's a way of your soul and your body, yourself trying to protect you, to keep you
it's
in
survival
what
mechanism
what is known and
from danger.
what feels safe. Yeah.
Yeah. When protecting
Goes back
from
to when you're
danger that's
fighting
out
saber-toothed
there.
tigers and you're
Yeah.
living in your cave.
And actually, there's a lot of people who are afraid of a lot of things out there. And it's just becomes our natural state. Like we worry and fear every little thing. And I'm sometimes guilty of that as well. So we need to recognize all those energy drainers and realize that there's no need to waste our energy on those things. And like Fran said, the next one would be comparison. When you compare yourself to other people, and here's the thing. She said, Fran said that you can get jealous and you can get mad, and sometimes it's seen as a bad thing. It is a bad thing if you let it drain your energy and you didn't do anything about it. But if you look at, at a lot of successful people, how it all started, they got mad about something or jealous about something, right? Or they wanted to prove somebody something, right? So there was negative energy that they transmuted into massive
Fuel.
action. Yes,
Yeah.
they use that energy as fuel. So whether it's positive or negative energy, it's still energy and it can be used in generating your dreams, right? We're not attracting them, we're generating them. So it's not always a bit, there's people who just sit there and talk and complain and whine, and that drains your energy. But if you use that as a fuel, like get mad at something, get mad at your lack of results and do something about it, right?
Because then you will look at that person who is where you wanna be, and you'll actually be grateful for them. You will be grateful for them. Because you will have this fire in your belly that's, "Damn it, I'm gonna prove to the world that I can do this, and I am gonna get there. I'm gonna prove to all the naysayers, and I'm gonna get there. I'm going to be better than that person. I'm gonna be bigger than that person. I'm gonna have a better life than that person has." That person who that I was so jealous of.
And when you then look back at that experience, you will realize that it was a blessing. Like if that person wasn't a jerk or asshole and didn't say the things that they said to you, right? You wouldn't get mad and you wouldn't get going and you wouldn't transmute that energy into something beautiful. So that's how it works. But like I said, a lot of people just sit there and whine and complain and talk, and it just energy just wasted. That's it. You're not gonna even get it back. It's gone. And it's very, and I call energy is the most precious currency. People might say it's time, and I would say it's energy. So, and we waste it like it's,
Well, the thing is we have no control over time. Time's gonna keep marching, but you do actually have control of your energy.
yeah,
You do.
yeah.
And I think a lot of people just think that they don't, and
No,
they,
that's
you
actually
know,
the only thing that you can control.
the only thing that you can actually control. It is the only thing that you can work on. It's literally the only thing is you. That's all you have control over. You don't have control over anything out there. Nothing. But it's you are the only thing that you have control over, and your energy and how you show up every day, and what you choose to give your energy to, and how you choose to show up, and how you choose to react, and how you choose to do whatever it is that you're doing every single day. I've got a question for you. How are you going to show up? How are you going to show up every day now? Are you going to show up mad like I was mad earlier? because I was just acting it, and it made me really mad. It made it literally drained my energy. If you were watching, you could see, like, I got mad. I
Well,
got
me
mad because
listening to you is like, "Oh my
and
god,
and
this
and
is."
I see it all the time. I see it all the time.
And another thing that just came to my mind, what drains our energy when you're around, if you're not that person that constantly whines and complains and, um, you know, jealous and whatever, everyone's fault. It's everyone else's fault. If you're around those people, it will drain
Mm,
your energy too.
mm. You have to be very careful.
You can feel that when you're around some people, you're just exhausted. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not only it's protecting your energy, but making sure that and it's you are the result of the 5 people that you spend the most time with.
So
And
true.
sometimes it may be family that is draining your energy, and there's not an awful lot that like, maybe they're your family and you can't like, you can't bump them all off. So, I'm not suggesting murder or anything like that on this podcast, but, um, I have maybe lost my marbles a little bit after my little outburst, but you can become aware. If you become aware that when you are around these people in your life who are part of your life, they are your family, when you are around them, become aware that they are going to drain your energy so that you can protect it. And this is like where I love Mel Robbins, and she said, just let them. Let them be negative
To
Nellies. Let
protect your
them
energy,
be,
meaning not react in the
yeah,
way that will
let them
drain
be
your
like that.
energy. React in the way that it will protect it.
Yeah. And let me protect my energy. Let me stay, in this higher vibrational energy. Okay. So that when I am no longer around them, it doesn't take a lot of energy to actually build me up again. I'm there. And like I it and it is a skill set to actually to learn. I mean, yeah, it's gonna happen to us all. It happens to me. Like when
Oh, we
I'm
still react.
around certain family members and it's just like, oh,
We still
you
react.
know,
It's part of being a human, right? To react emotionally to things outside of us, but be aware how you react, and the next time change it, right? React differently where it doesn't drain your energy. Maybe even the opposite, either keeps it on the same level or even energizes you. So it is possible, but it's a skill that can be mastered. So before we wrap it up, I want to give you guys a little bit more practical advice on how to keep your energy high and so you actually have energy to generate things that you want. So we have to pay attention, like I said in the beginning, to 3 things that generate or drain energy. It's our body, it's our mind, and our spirit. So a lot of us literally neglect our bodies. Like, we take it for granted. It's an amazing, fascinated, intelligent machine,
yeah, it
divine
is incredible.
machine. Like, it's doing so much work without you even thinking. So, if you want to have energy, you have to take care of your body. And it's simple. It doesn't have to be some expensive supplements or personal trainer. It doesn't. It can be as simple as give it 8 hours of sleep every single day, give it nutritional food and light movement. We need to move. It doesn't have to be heavy, 2 hours in the gym, whatever. Movement. It needs movement. That's it. 3 simple things to keep your body happy and healthy so it can be producing more and more energy for you. So the next thing is your mind. Again, we go on autopilot. We don't even pay attention to what's going on in our mind for the most part. So it's our thoughts. And from the thoughts come out the words. So we need to pay attention what thoughts are living in our mind and how they manifest into the words, because your words also energy and they can affect other people's energy. So it also can be mastered, right? First, you're aware, I'm thinking the victim thoughts, or I'm thinking the energy draining thoughts. What other thought can I think to replace that one, right? And you go and you replace it. Oh, let's say it's a gloomy day and you're automatically like, oh, when are we going to see the sun? It's so depressing. Blah, 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 blah. Or you can catch yourself thinking that thought. How many times we thought that thought in the past week?
Yeah, especially in this country.
You'll be like, oh, it's gloomy again. Oh, we're probably gonna get rain. Oh, we need rain for the grass and the trees and the flowers and all life nature that's waking up from the winter right now. That's it. Let it be gloomy today because the nature needs what it's doing. So this is our mind and how it drains our energy and how it cannot be draining our energy. And the third part I mentioned is our soul. So what happens is our soul kind of knows what it wants and it constantly guides us towards that desire, that light. But we either ignore it, we don't listen to it, and years go by and we're just not connected with our own desires and dreams and what is it your soul wants. So we need to pay attention. What is it your soul want? And most of us are so caught up in what is the society wants, what is it
What should I
my
want?
parents want, what my spouse wants, what my kids want, what my boss wants, that we don't even have time to sit with ourselves and figure out what is it that I want. So that is also very draining for your energy because it's not just your body or your mind or your soul. It's those three things combined make you, right?
Hmm.
And when you ignore a part of you, eventually it's going to hit you with a ton of bricks. And it shows up in our life in form of a conflict, a form of midlife crisis, a form of a disease, right? When you ignore these three parts of you, they're going to let you know one way or another. And it's a lot better not to wait until it's at the point of a ton of bricks. It's a lot better if you start paying attention to it before the crisis happen. So we started with law of attraction.
Well, I think we ended up with making sure that that the energy that you put out in your body,
That's how you
mind, and
attract
soul is
things.
how you attract,
You create them, you generate them,
you
right?
generate it.
They don't fall from the sky. You generate those things from your own energy. And a lot of us just don't have any energy. And I hope we helped you guys to understand where it goes, where your energy goes, how to stop wasting it, and how to generate more of that energy so you can get out of survival mode and go into that, tune into that creation, manifestation mode. That's how simple it is.
So I would love to hear what your biggest takeaway has been from today. And if there's one thing that you're going to implement, if there's one thing that you're going to start doing, what might that be? Let us know in the chat. Let us know if there's, because sometimes it's easier just to start with one thing and then to build on that. So if you've identified one thing that you think, oh my goodness, I'm doing that, and that's one
Start with
thing.
your body. I'm telling you, it's the
Yeah.
easiest thing to do.
You know what? I'm going to add in, we've got 1 minute. I'm going to add in an incredible way to start off the day is to go outside, ground, get some sunlight on your face, and breathe.
Absolutely. You would be surprised how much more energy you will have the entire day if you do just one little thing.
Yeah. So with that, let's wrap it up. I hope you got a ton of value. Let us know what your biggest takeaway has been. And we will see you next time.